we're going to show this
Our replay here will pick it up here, and of course, as we figured, well, they took him a bit longer.
Oh!
Siphon trying to make the thing. There you see Bijou Dan go down.
She went down. Either she clipped heels, or she broke a leg.
Yeah.
She broke a leg, and unfortunately, the other horse was way behind, couldn't get out of the way, and he brought Bijou Dan down.
So it was the race mare Cudo Vega that went down, the all-time leading money-earning mare in the history of the sport, over 8.3 million. What a shame as she breaks a leg. Then going over the top of her was Bijou Dan,
Jason
the 12.
Weaver. We haven't heard how the jockeys are yet.
There is Jerry Bailey back in the room. And oh, how excited he has to be.
I wonder if he'll take that number cloth home with him.
I bet he will, along with a gold whip, along with his 10% of $2.4 million, and along with a new Mercedes 500 SL that I know already belongs to his wife, Susie.
Well, here we go.
From the top, and what a view from the top. As we'll take a look at the running, Willie Carson take us through it.
Well, you see there the American horse, as we said, Siphon, he makes the running, and you've got Key of Luck on the outside in the green colors. Now those horses are just, they cannot drop down to the fence because you've got Even Top on the inside just holding his position, and he's holding the other horses from dropping onto the fence. So we're just going down to this turn, and they didn't actually go away from the other horses. They've gone a very, very good pace, but everybody knows that you can't make a lot of ground up, so they don't want to lose any distance.
Siphon, I thought, might be a little clearer of the pack at this time, but they were a well-grouped group here, as we see him on the backstretch now. And again, that's a good run for the backstretch too.
Yes, they're going very quick. They're going, and they're still all keeping together. Even Top's keeping his position on the inside, and Siphon, he's using him, he's letting him roll. And Key of Luck is under pressure now. Key of Luck's just starting to niggle. He's not going so well. As you can see, he's got rid of Even Top on the inside. He's dropping down to the inside rail to go around the turn, save ground. But as you know here, you don't really want to be right tight to the rail here because it's a little bit slower. So you're one off the rail. So Siphon's jockey's riding a proper race. You know, he's done nothing wrong.
Jerry Bailey now in Singspiel in the Sheikh Mohammed's maroon colors, moving up on the inside of Siphon, and here comes the running.
There we have the horse race. This is we've got the last 2 furlongs where they go hell for leather, and Singspiel just gets his nose in front, and Sandpit there on the outside, he's struggling. He's not going to make any more ground, and they've ran exactly how they ran last time. There's 2 Americans.
They did indeed.
Yeah.
A good point there from the Sanita handicap, as Siphon does hold off Sandpit for the place spot. So but the prize goes to Singspiel.
Yes, and the form is sound.
Disappointment certainly for David Flores, the American rider you see there in the yellow cap. He was partnered with the race favorite Siphon and was desperate to hold on, just could not hold off Singspiel inside in there, as he inside the room takes a look at the replay and discusses things. I believe is that Corey Nakatani might be from
second's better than third.
That's Carlos Arias, the rider from UAE, as he discusses it with him.
That's Gary Hind. Gary Hind there. His horse didn't show much. Bit disappointed. Look at him. You can see the disappointment on his face. There'll be about 11 jockeys in there. There's Corey.
Corey Nakatani, who was so confident here. He thought he could get Sandpit up and beat Siphon. He thought he was getting to him.
Well, oh, look at that. Oh, disappointment. And you can see the things they use on the nose so that they can get the breathing. Possibly he should have put it on his horse's nose.
Well, just off of the course record here, 201.91. Our mile and a quarter record by Tammet is 201.85. So very good result there. A very fast mile and a quarter.
Very fast. Well, as you could see on the helicopter shot, they set off and they meant business. But everybody, all the jockeys realized that the Americans, you mustn't let them get out of your sight. You must hang on to their tail and keep with them. And Jerry Bailey did that perfectly.
Let's throw another nation in the mix here. Well done, Barbados. They sired Michael Stout, of course. And Michael Stout, a native of Barbados, the English trainer. And let's take a look again at the 1997 Dubai World Cup. This is get a good look from the ground level here. Again, Siphon in the yellow coming up, the 8 on the outside. He's going to make the running.
And Key of Luck on the outside there. He's just been niggered along to keep, because he always makes the running, and he knew that today that Siphon would have more speed than him, so it was a matter of not going too fast.
If you're looking for Singspiel, really in the second flight of horses, about 4 back now on the inside rail. Jerry Bailey
going
just,
sweet.
Very nicely, yes.
Going sweet, and he's got Lusso, who didn't run very well, actually, on his outside. He just petered away. It was a very clean horse race.
One of the questions you had, well, and again, this is Singspiel, remember, his first race on the dirt. You wondered about the kickback and how that might have affected him, but Jerry Bailey seemed to have no worries here.
Well, they had no worries because they kept close. If you end up about 4 or 5 lengths off and you end up 10 lengths off, that is when the kickback gets worse. If you keep up real close, you don't get the kickback because it doesn't get into the air and it's hitting your horse's legs rather than the faces. So that is another reason why everybody wants to keep close, so that they don't get the kickback. And the kickback here is not very good because it bowls, it's sand, it bowls into the horse's foot and then gets kicked up and it comes back at you like golf balls.
You saw the tragedy there again. Akito Vega, the Japanese mare, snapping a leg and going down. Then Bijou Dan went over. We do not have a report as yet on the riders. It would be very surprising if they could save Akito Vega, the Japanese mare, though. And now we come into the real running here. Siphon in the yellow colors to his outside in the blue and white. Here comes the American Challenge Sandpit, but inside on the rail, here comes Sheikh Mohammed's colors on Singspiel.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ride. It slipped through on the inside, gave it a great ride. He is a very good horse. The Japan Cup winner, second in the Breeders' Cup, now the world champion.
And there you see the riders as they just looked at the same replay that you saw at home, and they have had a chance to analyze and wonder. And I guess so many times, Willie, you can always question yourself, if I'd gone inside, outside, nothing you can do.
I don't think, looking at the replay, I don't think any jockey will come back with a hard luck story. I think it was a clean run race. I think the best horse won on the night, and all the jockeys are unfortunate. There's the World Cup being presented to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed.
Ben Rashid Al Maktoum, the Crown Prince, the Minister of Defense, the General himself. Handing it over in the grey distache is Sheikh Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai and the Vice President of the United Arab Emirates. What a great moment it has to be for that man. That man who, Willie, so many people said, you can't train horses to run a world-class company in the middle of the desert. You can't put a race together like this in such a short time. You can't make a race like this happen after it was canceled. He's done it all.
He has. I came here about 10 years ago, and there wasn't a piece of white rail. Now we've got a world championship and a fantastic race course.
Michael Stout has handed the beautiful gold whip, the gilded whip, prepared by Gerard again. Diamonds in the horse's mane. It's an absolutely stunning piece. We had a great chance to view that close up with Jerry Bailey's trophy room this year.
I'm sure he'll have to find a couple of 6-inch nails to put it on the wall.
And there, Jerry Bailey, 2 years in a row. This is an incredible story. Jerry Bailey, winner of more Breeders' Cup Classics than any rider, came back after leaving on Saturday, came back, returned to ride with Singspiel, and now picks up his second gold whip along with the 500 SL Mercedes and, of course, his 10% of $2.4 million. Now the national anthem to be played of the United Arab Emirates. This is their champion.
And
the applause is warm, it is genuine, and it is from the heart. It is from his people. Sheikh Mohammed, the man who makes dreams come true in the desert, has had his crowning moment here as his colors go under the finish line first in the 1.25 mile Dubai World Cup for Singspiel. As we said so many times, what great result. A United Nations horse, truly. Bred in Ireland, raced in Japan, raced in Canada. The United States of America's turf champion last year. Trained by England's Michael Stout from Barbados. Ridden by America's champion Jerry Bailey from El Paso, Texas. And owned by the great Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. We look down upon the course where history was made. And what an incredible moment. And what an incredible run. 2:01 in 94, I believe it was. Just off Tamid's course record here. As you see the presentations being made, the beautiful trophy. And now Sheikh Maktoum, Sheikh Mohammed come down the steps. And you're going to be able to hear the crowd respond, I'm sure. What a glorious moment for him. From our helicopters, you look down on Nad Al Sheba Racecourse, where history was made in the desert once again. Delayed a bit, yes, but worth the wait. We expected to run this Saturday, but now May 29th, March 29th was not to be the date. This was to be the date, April the 3rd, and it's a date that will be in history. Sheikh Mohammed, what an incredible moment for him, who has done so much for racing everywhere in the world. He deserves this prize. An incredible moment as Singspiel, in the colors of Sheikh Mohammed, trained by Michael Stout, ridden by America's champion Jerry Bailey, has won the second running of the Dubai World Cup, while the two Brazilian breds representing the United States of America, Siphon and Sandpit, finished second and third behind him. The glory belongs to Sheikh Mohammed. An incredible moment. He deserves this as he wins the 1997 Dubai World Cup. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. He's had so many great moments in racing around the world. The man who has dominated racing, of course, in England for the last so many years. His Godolphin team won the championship, owner championship last year in England. And of course, Sheikh Mohammed himself was second in the stable numbers. His personal trainer, Ben Sire, has done an outstanding job and was the #1 trainer in England last year. But this moment belongs to that man, Sheikh Mohammed. Listen to the crowd. Listen to them respond. The Crown Prince. Willie Carson is with us here. Willie, it gives you chills.
Well, it's marvelous ovation he's getting, isn't it? He deserves it. He's very, very brave man. And he's showing the rest of the world how to run horse racing. He's putting a show on here, and he's won the race, and everybody here's, you know, they just know that it's his night.
Incredible. From the very beginning, with the incredible opening ceremonies, right to this climactic moment of Sheikh Mohammed.
والملاك على حضورهم لهذا السباق العالمي وهو الحصان اللي يكون
Sheikh Mohammed speaking to his people, of course, in the native Arabic here, and you know the feelings. Just listen to the crowd. You don't have to be able to understand Arabic to understand his emotions and feelings right now, Willie.
No. His heart must be pounding with pleasure. Inshallah. Yes, inshallah.
Such a gracious man. Stepping in with us now, the English trainer Michael Stout, who returns glory to his homeland. Well done, Michael Stout. Barbados is proud too. Willie Carson's with Michael Stout now.
Well done, Michael. Must be a marvelous moment for you.
Thanks, Willie. Yes, it's been one of the greatest thrills of my whole career, and the boys have put in a lot of work with this horse. We owe a lot to a lot of people. We've had him here since January 31.
Yeah. So that's 11 weeks he's been here.
Yes.
And they were quite happy with the way that...
Yeah, we really felt that he was in magnificent condition for the race. We just were a little bit concerned that he was going on this surface for the very first time, and we just had, a slight element of doubt, but we knew he was in terrific shape to run a big one.
Well done, Michael. You won the Breeders' Cup with the other horse. This was second, and then you went and won the Japan Cup. Now you've come and won all the money.
Again. he's a star, you know. He's as game a horse as you'll ever train.
And it took a long time before he broke his maiden, was that right?
No, he won his maiden second time out, but in his 3-year-old season, he kept getting beaten in photographs. You know, he was going down by short heads and necks to horses like Horling and Pentar and Valinor, you know, so he wasn't doing too much wrong.
Well, he possibly might be as good as the last year's winner, mightn't he? Or could he go on to be as good as him?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's quite a phenomenon because he's a top-class turf horse, as you know, got the Eclipse Award in America, and now he's come here on this surface, and he's beaten probably the best around. So, his versatility is a marvel.
So will you think about going and racing him on the dirt in America?
I think we should stop and then think properly.
That's a true Michael Stoute thought. Anyway, it's a most marvellous time for the evening for yourself and for Sheikh Mohammed, because you're a very brave man to put the race on. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, of course. I mean, Saturday night was a real problem, bit of a disaster. He had all the trainers in there. He said this race must go on. It's just a question of meeting tomorrow, and I'll determine when. Magnificent.
Well done, Michael. Congratulations. I'm sure you enjoy the evening. And I hope you're going to drive home, are you?
No, I think I'll ride my bike.
Well done, Michael. Well done.
Jerry,
now you
step
have Michael
in
Stoute. There.
Jerry Bailey joins us now, America's champion jockey. Glad you came back?
I know my wife is. Look out, Neiman Marcus.
What color does Susie think she'd like in a Mercedes 500 SL?
I think any color would be fine.
Jerry, how difficult was it? I know when you were living here Saturday, the disappointment of all the rain, and you have so many commitments in the States, I didn't think I'd see you back.
I had questions of my own, Chris. I'd like to thank the trainers that had me on their horses at Keeneland opening day. They were nice enough to release me and give me a chance to come back and ride over here, and it was well worth it.
Describe the running as you went to the inside, trying to catch Siphon Sandpit coming outside.
Well, the question was, would Stingspiel be effective on the grass? And he was always in control. He was always pulling on my arms. The question was, where was I going to go? And with a long stretch, you really don't have to get too excited and don't have to push the panic button. Thank God he was there for me when I needed him.
And Sheikh Mohammed's emotions?
He didn't show a lot, but I'm sure he's very excited to win this race in his homeland.
Jerry, you're a marvel in the big races. This is America's champion. You see why again tonight. There have been 2 runnings of the Dubai World Cup. This man goes home with the gold whip in both of them. Show him that again, Jerry. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chris.
Jerry Bailey, our American riding champion. Spectacular ride on Singspiel. Also, congratulations to Godolphin. Remember, they won the Dubai Duty Free with Tommy Yes. Jerry wins 3 on the 6-race card here tonight. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate it. Jerry Bailey, our American riding champion. Incredible eventer. Willie Carson stepped back in here, my friend. And Willie was just looking at Jerry, and I could see he was counting, let's see, 10% of 2.4 million.
Envious.
Spectacular, right?
That piece of gold. Oh. It's heavy.
Come out of it.
It's heavy.
Any thought of coming out of retirement for this, Willie?
Well, we've seen the joy, but also there was another side to the race.
There was indeed.
Now, the other side happened about 4 furlongs, 3.5, 4 furlongs out, where the Japanese mare broke her leg and went down. The jockey is okay.
Right.
Jason Weaver is shook.
Right.
He's okay.
He was on Bijou Dan, who came over the mare.
He went over. He's a bit shaken, but he's okay.
What about the horses? Do we have a report yet?
Well, I haven't had it confirmed, but it sounds as though we've lost the Japanese mare.
What a tragedy. Kyoto Vega, of course, the largest distaff winning mare in the history of the sport, over $8.3 million, came here on a 10-race win streak, Japan's dirt champion, and suffers what it looks to be, from all reports at this point, a fatal injury, and what a tragic moment there.
Especially, they must have loved that mare in Japan at home. She must be a superstar, and she's not going to return home, so it's a tragedy for Japan.
So that about tells the story here in the Desert Night at the Dubai World Cup for 1997. As we take a look at the final run here, as
It's just a matter of keeping the horse going. Keep going there, keep going, keep going. And that's what he did.
The results: Sing Spiel first, Siphon second, and Sandpit third. And what a truly great result for the man who made so much of this happen right from the very beginning. For Sheikh Mohammed, for Godolphin. They won, of course, the Dubai duty-free with Tamiez. Then they came right back and win here with Sing Spiel. But Willie, I think it is a great night and a great victory again for all of international racing.
It was a great race. It was a great race. I'm excited about it. I'm thrilled for Sheikh Mohammed. I'm thrilled for all racing fans. I'm thrilled for everybody, really. I'm just sorry about some of the jockeys had to lose. But that's racing. That's horse racing.
Thrilled to work with a legend, Willie Carson.
Oh, thank you very much,
My
Chris.
pleasure.
Thank you for looking after me.
I enjoyed it very much. And for all of you, no matter where you are in the world, whether we need to say good night, good afternoon, or good morning, we hope you've enjoyed being part of history. The second running of the Dubai World Cup goes to Sheikh Mohammed himself. The home team will celebrate in the desert this evening. Sing Spiel has the glory of this second World Cup. From the United Arab Emirates, from Dubai, I'm Chris Lincoln for Willie Carson. So long, everyone.
Bye-bye.